Imagine waking up one day to find that the world as you know it has dramatically changed. This is the reality for the inhabitants of a small region in Eastern Europe, who discover that they are the only ones left with power after a mysterious global blackout. Outside this small zone, the rest of the world lies in complete darkness, with all modern technology rendered useless. In this unique safe haven, life continues somewhat normally for a time, but the shadow of the unknown looms large. Among those trying to maintain a semblance of normality are our main characters: Alex, a young military officer; Marina, a skilled doctor; and Sergey, an inventive engineer. Each day, they navigate this new reality, dealing with routine challenges under the strangest of new norms. Before the blackout, Alex was known for his strategic thinking in the military. Marina had been dedicated to her patients, often going beyond the call of duty to help them. And Sergey spent his days in a lab, tinkering with inventions that could potentially change the world. Now, their skills are put to the test in ways they never imagined as they try to uncover the cause of the blackout that has isolated them from the rest of humanity. As they go about their daily lives, a sense of unease grows. The blackout has not only cut off their electricity, but also all communication with the outside world. Rumors start to swirl about the nature of the blackout. Is it a natural disaster, a technological failure, or something more sinister? The need for answers grows more urgent, pushing our protagonists to look for explanations. As the initial shock of the blackout begins to settle, Alex, Marina, and Sergey start to question the nature of the phenomenon that has spared their small region. The situation is too precise, too clean-cut to be a mere fluke of nature or technology. Curiosity mixed with a growing concern pushes them to seek answers beyond the simplistic explanations provided by local authorities. Alex uses his military connections to gather information. He learns of similar safe zones reported in distant parts of the world, suggesting a pattern or design to the blackout. This discovery propels him to propose a recon mission beyond their zone's borders, to gather direct data and possibly find other survivors or clues. Meanwhile, Marina encounters patients displaying unusual symptoms that appear to correlate with the blackout's onset. People are experiencing heightened anxiety and disorientation, which Marina initially attributes to the stress of the situation. However, a deeper investigation suggests these might be linked to an unknown environmental factor potentially related to the blackout. Her medical curiosity turns into a scientific investigation as she starts collecting data and samples for analysis. Sergey, the engineer, begins experimenting with different types of electronic equipment, discovering that certain frequencies are completely jammed while others remain strangely unaffected. His technical expertise leads him to rig up a makeshift communications array, trying to punch through the blackout's barrier. His experiments attract the attention of Alex and Marina, who see the potential in combining their findings. Together, the trio set up a makeshift lab, pooling their knowledge and resources. They began to piece together a disturbing possibility. The blackout could be artificially induced state, a controlled experiment or attack of unknown origin. The realization that they might be part of a larger, more sinister plan sets them on a path to not only understand, but also counteract the forces at play. Faced with the mounting evidence that the blackout is no natural phenomenon, Alex, Marina, and Sergey realize the necessity of venturing beyond their enclave to gather more information and potentially find allies. The decision to leave the relative safety of their zone is difficult, but the need for answers and the desire to secure their community's future compel them to act. Alex takes the lead in organizing the expedition. Drawing on his military experience, he outlines a plan that maximizes safety while allowing for the flexibility needed to adapt to unknown conditions. He selects a small, skilled team, including a few of his most trusted comrades. Equipped with survival gear, rudimentary weapons for protection, and any functional electronic devices Sergey has managed to shield from the blackout's effects. Marina, meanwhile, prepares a portable medical kit, She includes not only the usual supplies, but also specialized equipment to continue her study of the peculiar symptoms affecting the population. Understanding the medical implications of the blackout is crucial, and Marina is determined to gather as much data as possible to protect their health on this perilous journey. Sergei's role is to ensure communication and navigation. He rigs a series of battery-powered devices that can operate within a limited range, creating a rudimentary but effective network for the team to stay connected. His innovations include a basic electromagnetic pulse (EMP) detector, hypothesizing that understanding the nature of the blackout might involve detecting unusual electromagnetic activity. As the preparations near completion, the team gathers for a final briefing. They discuss potential scenarios, from encountering hostile groups to finding other protected zones. The atmosphere is tense but determined. Everyone understands the stakes. With everything in place, the group sets out at dawn, leaving behind a community that is anxious yet hopeful. Their journey into the unknown promises to be fraught with challenges, but the answers they seek could change everything. As the expedition team ventures beyond the safety of their enclave, the landscape shifts dramatically. The familiar, if somewhat altered, scenery of their region gives way to a more desolate environment. The further they travel, the more apparent the devastation caused by the blackout becomes. Buildings lie abandoned. Vehicles are stalled in what looks like an instantaneous cessation of life, and nature has begun to reclaim areas once teeming with human activity. Alex leads with caution, navigating through the eerie silence. The absence of any electronic noise, which they had grown accustomed to in their safe zone, amplifies every natural sound, making the environment feel both vacant and foreboding. The team maintains a tight formation, relying on hand signals and whispered communications to remain stealthy. Suddenly, Sergei's makeshift EMP detector begins to emit a soft, irregular beep, a sign they are approaching an area with unusual electromagnetic activity. The team halts, and Sergei examines his device, trying to pinpoint the source. The signal leads them to a small, secluded facility, partially overgrown, but still structurally sound. As they approach, Marina notices unusual tracks on the ground, patterns that suggest neither human nor animal movements. The realization sets the team on high alert. They proceed with increased caution, communicating through looks and subtle gestures. Their entry into the facility is met with silence. Inside, the remnants of technological equipment and scattered papers suggest it was once a research station. While Sergei and a couple of team members set up a perimeter defense, Alex and Marina explore the interior, looking for any documents or data storage devices that might explain the facility's purpose and its connection to the blackout. Their search, however, triggers a security system that was somehow unaffected by the blackout. Alarms blare suddenly, shattering the silence, and from deeper within the facility, they hear the stirrings of something or someone awakening. The alarms blaring throws the team into immediate action, their training kicking in as they prepare for confrontation. Alex and Marina quickly gather as many documents and devices as they can, while Sergei works to disable the alarm system, his hands flying over the unfamiliar technology with practiced ease. The source of the stirring becomes apparent when a group of disheveled scientists emerge from a hidden sublevel, squinting in the dim light, bewildered but not hostile. These scientists, it turns out, had been part of a secret international initiative to create a massive shielded energy reserve, a project that went catastrophically wrong, leading to the global blackout. The team lowers their weapons as one of the lead scientists, Dr. Alina Mirov, explains their story. They had been working on a radical form of energy storage that could power cities with minimal environmental impact. However, an unexpected surge created a feedback loop that not only destroyed the system, but also sent out an EMP strong enough to disable electrical grids worldwide. Sergei connects his devices to the facility's remaining operational systems to gather more data, while Marina administers basic medical checks to the scientists, who have been living in isolation cut off from the world since the incident. Her findings and their testimonies begin to piece together the scale of the disaster. Despite the initial shock, this revelation fuels a spark of hope among Alex's team. The facility still houses the core technology that caused the blackout, now dormant but possibly reversible. The scientists, eager to atone for their unintended harm, propose a collaboration. Together, they might restore power to the world, one region at a time, using a controlled reversal of their original surge. With the newfound alliance between Alex's team and the isolated scientists, they formulate a plan to stabilize and possibly reverse the electromagnetic pulse that caused the global blackout. However, they soon learned that executing this plan will be fraught with risks, both technical and human. As they begin the delicate process of reactivating the energy reserve, word of their activities starts to leak out, attracting attention from various factions still roaming the devastated lands. Some see the potential restoration of power as a threat to their newfound dominance in the Blackout's anarchy, while others view it as a beacon of hope. Captain Neville, having regrouped his forces and learned of the activities at the research facility, sees an opportunity to seize control of what could be the most powerful weapon on Earth. His forces mount an aggressive assault, determined to capture the facility and harness the energy reserves for themselves. The team prepares for a siege, fortifying the facility with whatever materials are at hand. Sergei, leveraging his engineering expertise, rigs makeshift defenses, while Marina organizes a triage station to deal with potential casualties. Alex coordinates the defense strategy, using his military background to their advantage. The assault begins at dawn, with Neville's forces launching a multi-pronged attack. The battle is fierce, with both sides suffering losses. Amidst the chaos, the team works feverishly to stabilize the energy reserve, knowing that their success could end the conflict by rendering the facility non-strategic. The climax of the battle arrives as Sergei announces the successful stabilization of the system. The facility, now capable of generating a controlled EMP, emits a pulse that disables all approaching enemy vehicles and weaponry, effectively neutralizing Neville's assault without causing widespread damage. With Neville's forces in disarray, the team takes the upper hand, capturing key members and securing the facility once more. After thwarting Captain Neville's assault, the team, along with their new allies from the research facility, recognizes the urgency of securing their position. They understand that their success has made the facility a target not only for Neville, but potentially other power-hungry groups as well. With the energy reserve now partially stabilized, the team shifts focus from defense to diplomacy and strategic counteroffenses. Alex steps into a more pronounced leadership role, negotiating with neighboring communities and formal rivals. He advocates for a coalition, emphasizing the shared benefits of restoring power responsibly and preventing the misuse of technology. His arguments, backed by the tangible results of the facility's reactivation, persuade many to join their cause, creating a network of allied zones committed to supporting each other and the facility. Meanwhile, Sergei and Dr. Mirov lead a group of engineers and scientists in refining the energy reserve's output. They develop a protocol for using the EMP technology defensively, ensuring it can protect the facility without causing collateral damage to the surrounding areas. Their work also focuses on creating sustainable, controlled power generation that can be shared with their new allies. Marina, dealing with the aftermath of the conflict, organizes medical and psychological support for their community and the incoming allies. Her efforts help to stabilize the civilian population, ensuring that their basic needs are met and that they feel secure in their support of the coalition's goals. As the network grows, Neville regroups and plans a desperate final attack, realizing that control of the facility is slipping away. His tactics become more ruthless, leading to a climatic showdown between his forces and the coalition. The battle is intense, pushing Alex and his team to their limits. However, their preparation and alliances pay off, and Neville's forces are decisively defeated. With Captain Neville's final defeat, A palpable sense of relief sweeps through the coalition. The victory not only secures the energy reserve facility, but also marks a turning point in the region's recovery efforts. Alex, Marina, Sergei, and their allies now face the task of rebuilding and redefining the future of their world, a world that has been forever changed by the Blackout. Alex continues to lead the coalition, which has evolved into a functional governing body focused on re-establishing stability and spreading the benefits of the stabilized energy reserve. His leadership is characterized by a commitment to democratic principles, ensuring that the power generated by the facility is distributed equitably among the allied communities. This approach fosters a sense of unity and mutual respect, laying the groundwork for a more cooperative global recovery. Marina spearheads the public health initiative, using the resources provided by the restored power to improve medical facilities and services. Her efforts are crucial in addressing the long-term effects of the blackout, including psychological trauma and chronic health conditions neglected during the years of struggle. Her programs not only heal, but also educate, promoting health awareness and preparedness that will safeguard the population against future crises. Sergei, together with Dr. Mirov and other scientists, works on refining the energy technology to ensure its safety and sustainability. They develop new protocols for energy usage that prioritize environmental and public safety, learning from the past mistakes that led to the global blackout. Their research leads to innovations in energy efficiency and renewable sources, contributing to a global renaissance in science and technology. As the story concludes, the camera pulls back to show a vibrant community gathering to celebrate the anniversary of the blackout's end, a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. The legacy of the team's efforts is visible in the thriving communities, renewed hope, and the promising horizon of a world reborn from darkness.